Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello everyone. Good to see you again with me, Alfanuari. In this video, I would like to give a presentation about poem analysis and reading poem. First, let me share screen. Okay, here we are. Presentation of poem analysis entitled The Given Tree by Shel Silverstein. This is for my final project 2 of children's literature. First, let me read the poem itself. The poem is by Shel Silverstein entitled The Given Tree. Let me get this straight. Once there was a tree and she loved a little boy. And every day the boy would come and he would gather her leaves and make them into crowns and play king of the forest. He would climb up her trunk and swing from her branches and eat apples. And they would play hide and go seek, and when he was tired, he would sleep in her shade, and the boy loved the tree very much. And the tree was happy, but time went by, and the boy grew older, and the tree was often alone. Then, one day, the boy came to the tree, and the tree said, "Come, boy, come and climb up my trunk and swim from my branches and eat apples and play in my shade and be happy." "I am too big to climb and play," said the boy. "I want to buy things and have fun. I want some money." "I'm sorry," said the tree, "but I have no money. I have only leaves and apples. Take my apples, boy, and sell them in the city. Then you will have money and you will be happy." And so the boy climbed up the tree and gathered her apples and carried them away, and the tree was happy. But the boy stayed away for a long time, and the tree was sad. And then one day the boy came back, and the tree shook with joy, and she said, "Come, boy, climb up my trunk and swing from my branches and be happy." "I am too busy to climb trees," said the boy. "I want a house to keep me warm," he said. "I want a wife and I want children. And so I need a house. Can you give me a house?" "I have no house," said the tree. "The forest is my house, but you may cut off my branches and build a house. Then you will be happy." And so the boy cut off her branches and carried them away to build his house. And the tree was happy. But the boy stayed away for a long time, and when he came back, the tree was so happy she could hardly speak. "Come, boy," she whispered, "come and play." "I am too old and sad to play," said the boy. "I want a boat that will take me far away from here. Can you give me a boat?" "Cut down my trunk and make a boat," said the tree. "Then you can sail away and be happy." And so the boy cut down her trunk and made a boat and sailed away. And the tree was happy, but not really. And after a long time, the boy came back again. "I'm sorry, boy," said the tree, "but I have nothing left to give you. My apples are gone." "My teeth are too weak for apples," said the boy. "My branches are gone," said the tree. "You cannot swing on them." "I am too old to swing on branches," said the boy. "My trunk is gone," said the tree. "You cannot climb." "I am too tired to climb," said the boy. "I'm sorry," said the tree. "I wish that I could give you something, but I have nothing left. I am just an old stump. I am sorry." "I don't need very much now," said the boy. "Just a quiet place to sit and rest. I am very tired." "Well," said the tree, straightening herself up as much as she could. "Well, an old stump is a good for sitting and resting. Come, boy, sit down and rest." And the boy did it, and the tree was happy. So that's the poem itself. Next, we move to the analysis part. So here is the analysis. There are 5 that I will be read for you. The first one is the relationship between nature and humans. The poem is a classic example of the relationship between nature and humans. The boy in the poem represents the whole of humanity, and the tree aptly described as giving. It represents the nature. In his nascent stage, the boy loved the tree and peacefully coexisted with her, playing and enjoying her gifts. There were no expectation, no deep intention, just pure, unconditional love. And then, second, boy began to grow up just like the humans evolved. The boy began to grow up just like humans evolved, and he began taking things from the tree which they made to her. He took her fruits, her branches, and her trunk, just like the current humans rob nature of its resources. The evolution of the boy sees him obtain characteristics of greed and selfishness. He doesn't stop to think of what he does to the tree, but just asks her of whatever he wants. And the third one, it is about a reflection of humans' current actions. And when the boy finally becomes old and weak, he returns to his old self of his where just the presence of the tree was enough to satisfy him. The poem is a reflection of humans' current actions, the materialism and the uncaring method of achieving that the damage was done to the nature and the selfishness of the human in just taking and taking things without giving anything in return. Everything going in the current world is here in this poem. Next, we move to the fourth. This is about a tale about how nature is always willing to give humans that whatever they want. This is about a tale of how unconditional nature in providing humans with what he wants. It is also a tale of how humans abuse this trait of nature. It is a tale of complete cycle in which the human is free, but the clings to greed and materials, and he finally becomes free again. It is a reminder that we really matters at the end is not really substantial, but abstract, a sense of belonging with someone of true love. And then the last one, I think this poem is cautionary. It is the way that the tree sees the humans as a boy throughout his life shows her unchanging attitude toward him, and as a result allows him to go off and go on a warm path of greed, of materialism and sadness. Had the tree acknowledged him as a man instead of a boy, the result may have been different. As this poem is a children's book, which is usually read out loud to the children by the parents, this poem can be said to be a cautionary tale to them. That's all for the analysis. Next, we move to the poetic devices. Like many other poetry have several poetic devices. Here I have 7 poetic devices. The first one is allegory. The giving tree has a good and sound moral in it. It shows nature's unconditional love and sacrifice, and it shows humans' greed and selfishness. Above all, it makes one take away feelings of inspiration, of realization, and introspection when one is done reading it. Next is enjambment. The lines of verse flow into each other. For example, on the line 3 till 6 make one sentence. 3 or 4 lines make one sentence throughout the poem. Next is personification. This is the main poetic device seen throughout this poem. The tree is personified and given voice and feelings. The tree feels joy when the boy plays with her, and it feels sadness when he leaves. The tree longs for his return and is willing to help the boy with anything he wants, going so far to sacrifice herself. The tree can be taken to be the personification of mother or a father or any person who shows unconditional and sacrificial love towards another. And then free verse. The poem has not a single rhyming instance in it, nor does it have any regular matter. It is written in free verse with language that can be understood easily by anyone. And then allusion. There are passing mentions of the boy's family, like wives and kids, and there are also mention of a house and a boat. And then the narrator, the poet Silverstein, is the narrator of this poem. This is mentioned specifically because the poem is told in a third-person view. Next, we move to the tone of this poem. The tone of the poem is happy and inspiring, and at the beginning, the boy loves the tree, and then the tree loves the boy. Both are happy, but at the beginning. But then it turns to one of grief and sadness of melancholy. The tree is sad that the boy is away, and the boy is unthoughtful of the tree's feelings and gasps only after his desires. In the end, the boy is sad too. The ending of this poem is again inspiring and thought-provoking. The way the boy returns to the tree and the tree finds herself happy again, it just makes one think of what life is really about and how, in the end, it is little things that matter. So that's all the poetic devices that I can find in this poetry. Next, we move to the last part, this conclusion. Shel Silverstein capture an apt comparison of the relationship between nature and humans in this poem. The poem has multiple angles in which it can be explored. It is deep and melancholic and inspiring. Do not go run off after materials. Instead, look for someone who can love you unconditionally and stay with them. Because at the end of the day, it is all that matters. This is what the poet is trying to say through this poem. Well, that's all my presentation about the children's poems. The last words, I say thank you for your attention. Thank you for watching me from the beginning until the end. If you have any comment or suggestion or maybe critic, you can please leave a comment on the comment section below. Thank you. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. So thank you for your attention. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.